I'm Kieran. I'm the owner of AK Logistics, the brand new same day courier service based in Norwich, but servicing the whole of the UK. We provide mainly same day courier services. So you might have an important document from a courthouse, for example, that needs to make its way from Norwich to London. We will provide that service. We will quote you on an adequate price and a fair price. We also provide next day delivery. So we might pick up the parcel the night before, put it in one of our secure containers, and then we'll deliver that out first thing in the morning for you. And we also have scheduled pickups. So that could be a day, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in the future. You give us a day that you need us to be there and what day you need us to deliver that item. We will do it for you. So my main focus at the moment has been building the brand. I need to get our name out there. I need to build trust amongst my local area first before I really want to start pushing out nationwide. The main things I've been focusing on in the past week has been the social media side of things, hence the YouTube channel now starting. The Instagram is up and running, the Facebook page is up and running, the website is all sorted. From there, I needed to create a personal business domain so it all looked professional. So instead of having at gmail.com, we have at acrelogistics.co.uk. Those little things build the brand trust up a little bit. Because I know if there's two quotes that come through and one of them has a personal email address and one has a business email address, subconsciously you're more likely to go for the one with that business email address. So that's been my main focus, is to create those business touches as such, getting their social media places up, because as we know at the moment, social media is a massive thing, and it's the biggest way to get your brand out there. So for us, we're going to really be pushing on that. We're going to be uploading our deliveries on there. Obviously, we'll be blurring out any delivery addresses and any direct contact details for the customer or subcontractor that we have used or they have used us. Now, going on from that, there is a cost in doing social media. You have to buy the things like this webcam, for example. It's not cheap. The software to be able to edit this, the microphone I'm currently using, and everything that goes along with that. You then have to have the time to be able to publish every day, and consistently upload. Because without consistent uploads, you're not going to consistently grow. And that's the plan, is to consistently grow over a period of time. I want to go through organic growth. I don't want to be paying for advertising. And that's the way that I want to grow the business from there. So with the logo, I tried two other logos. The first one I think looked too clothing brand, and the second one I really liked it, but it just reminded me too much of Vans, as in the clothing brand again. So then I came up with the third one, which I really like because it's simplistic and there's a small subtle touch in there with the GPS tracker logo there, which kind of tells you what we do, and then the subtle logistics at the bottom. I really like the way it's kind of styled out, and it just fits. It kind of just fits what I'm looking for. All my logos I designed on Canva. I used the pro version. I think it's like £9.99 a month or something like that. And it was all trial and error until I found the one that I was like, yeah, yeah, that's the one I want to represent my company. So there's a couple of people who inspired me. I have Freddie Fletcher Limited, or James as he's known on YouTube. There's a chap called Brent who's currently in the process of making Half Logistics. I think Brent kind of gave me more of the idea of how to do it, how to start, following his journey throughout how he's been growing his business through his marketing and all the different ways he's been able to bring in leads and secure jobs and things like that. Whereas James has given me more knowledge about the courier exchange and how you quote jobs and the realistic expectations of what the job is. Now, I'm personally not on the Courier exchange yet. I'm not at a point in the business where I believe our cash flow is at a level where we can afford to pay the 1,600 something pounds that it costs to just subscribe as a courier. Now, obviously, we're eventually going to want to use that fleet option, which I believe is upwards of 2,000 something. So at the moment, all of our work is currently being used through the same day courier network, which I do recommend. And a lot of our work I do personally in my car. I am in the process of purchasing a van to be able to again take the business to the next level and add in another company vehicle. What usually happens is when my customers will ring me and say, I've got this job, I have a pallet that needs to go here. I will place that job on the same day courier network and I will subcontract that job out. Um, that person I subcontract that job out to, I will always check to make sure they have the appropriate insurances, to make sure they have good positive feedback. And I always want to have a chat with them on the phone as well. I don't just want to dish it out to the cheapest person, because the cheapest person is usually the cheapest for a reason, in my opinion. So I want to do my background and my due diligence about those individuals that I subcontract these jobs out to, because at the end of the day, it's my company name that they're representing while they are delivering these jobs. So yeah, I would say my idea and then the ability to push through with that idea and actually quit my job I'd been in for 4 years and decide actually I'm going to do this. Um, I do have to give a lot of credit to James Fletcher or Freddie Fletcher Limited and Brent at Half Logistics, because those are the guys I've watched the most over the last 2, 3, 4 months, even while I've been toying with the idea of do I want to do this, and it's the best decision I've made. Luckily, I'm in a position where I do already have a few of my own clients, and I do pick up quite a lot of work from the same day courier network. So it is the best decision I have made in terms of my freedom and how I want to run my own business. Yes, yes, it's quite expensive. Again, this equipment I'm using currently right now is about £500 to £600. Luckily for me, I'm using my iPhone as a webcam, which is actually quite effective. But the microphone I'm holding, the computer, the software, everything I'm doing, I've just purchased a action camera for my van when I get it. So when I'm out, I can actually do live, not live, but I can do video recordings in the van, and I can add that to again make the content better on YouTube. In terms of subscriptions, I've subscribed to my store website. I've subscribed to Same Day Courier Network, Delivery app, Courier Experts, um, all my different emails and web domains and everything like that. It does add up. I think my subscriptions are something like nearly £200 a month already, and then you add in the cost of your regular car insurance, your hire and reward, or goods in transit and public liability, and all these different insurances. It does add up quickly, so it's not cheap, but in the long run, if I've calculated everything correctly and the growth that I want to achieve for myself, it's worth it. It's going to be worth it. If you're going to come into this job and just think, right, I'm going to do one job a day or this, or I'm just going to do a couple of jobs a week, it's not going to be worth paying all that money out for all these subscriptions. Because eventually, like I said previously, I want to join the Courier Exchange as an owner driver, so I can post jobs and I can also accept jobs. That's over £2,000 in one lump sum. There's no payment plan for that. So for me, although I have flexibility when I work, I still want to treat this as a full-time job for me because it's my business. I want it to grow. The more I work, the more my name goes out there. The more people trust me, the more work I'm going to get offered. Therefore, the more work I can offer out, and then the business grows. So yeah, it's expensive, but if you put the work in, it's worth it. So next for us is I'm going to get a company sign written van. Again, that's going to broaden our level of marketing because it's going to be on the road continuously. Eyes are going to be on it. People are going to start getting familiar with the name. That's going to be in the very near future. That's my main focus at the moment, is because yes, I'm doing well just with my car and with my clients and being able to subcontract some work out, but I want to be able to have my own sign written van. Because once people start seeing the name, they start to recognize the name, they start to trust the name. I'm not going to go get my car sign written because although it's a business vehicle, I do use it for personal use. And after I get the van, I'm probably going to withdraw that from the business and take it back to a personal vehicle, because I prefer to keep things separate. At the moment, I want to focus on getting money into the business and not taking as much out. So once I build up that nice little pot, I'm going to buy that van, get it sign written, and then we're going to start going from there. So on this channel, I'm literally going to be building the business. From week to week, I'm going to upload regularly every single week of what I've been doing that week, what jobs I've done, what I've done in order to promote the business, to grow the business. I'm not going to talk too much about, obviously, directly how much I make that week, but I might say, okay, I've done this job for this amount. Um, I won't be mentioning any names of my personal clients or any names of anyone I do work for, because that's not my place to say. Um, but I will tell you if it's been a profitable week, if it's not been a profitable week, if it's been a difficult week, it's been a good week. Um, just follow along the journey, building this up from the ground up, slowly but surely. From my little car, I want to build this into something quite special. I believe at the moment I don't have every piece of knowledge I want, which is why I watch people like James on YouTube. I watch people like Brent. I get ideas from both of them. I watch other people. Pete the Courier is another one I've watched quite a lot, because every bit of information I can put in is another way I can grow the business. So I'm not sitting here saying I know every single thing about the industry, because I don't. But with the help of the people I watch on YouTube and the people I meet along the way, I'm like a sponge. I'll take all that information in and I will use it and I will put it into the right places. So it's going to be a long journey. It's going to be one that you don't want to miss. And for me, this keeps me accountable. Me doing this every single week means I can't slack off, because I have to provide you guys with an update. And also, I have to make money because I still have a house, I have a partner, I have a child, I still have things I need to pay for. So I need to be able to grow this business. Um, I'm not saying I've got everything 100% right, even in this video. I may have said some things that aren't quite correct, but again, correct me down below. Help me. It's a journey. At the moment, I'm on my own. I've designed all the logos, the websites. I've done everything. The editing for this video, recording this video, all of it. I've done it. And any helpful tips or any advice you guys can give me, give it to me. I'm going to take it on the chin, and I'm going to use it. Um, So just follow, like, comment, subscribe. Again, help the channel grow. And you guys can come along and grow the company with me.